Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You guys have sent me a bunch of TikTok videos and reels and things like this that you want me to react to. So let's get straight into it.
What's something you once thought was normal in a relationship that's definitely not?
Him telling me that he has no problems if I want to study or work after marriage. Boy, you think I need permission for that? Your permission?
Allah musta'an. Okay. What bothers me most is not can a woman study or not study after marriage. That's not what bothers me the most. What bothers me most is the attitude. Now, I know that this is a voiceover. I'm pretty sure this is a voiceover of someone else saying it. But the point is that this sister has taken this upon herself. This message has resonated with her. She can connect with this message. And she feels like, yeah, I connect with that. I can resonate with that. Boy, you can tell me what to do after marriage? Yes, my dear. He can tell you exactly what to do and what not to do. Be careful. Read up on your rights. The rights of the wife over the husband and the husband over the wife. This is a serious, serious matter. But without getting too much into the Islamic stuff, what bothers me the most is the attitude. And again, I know it's a voiceover, but it doesn't matter. The message resonates with her. If a sister is presenting this attitude to you, this defiant, argumentative, uncooperative attitude, this is a no-go. This is a no-go. Don't waste your time with sisters who have a naturally argumentative, defiant attitude. Now, gentlemen, you hear me often speak about, what to avoid in sisters. Don't think that lets you off the hook, because there's plenty of things that you need to pattern up yourself. Plenty of things. But with that being said, I am providing you an opportunity to get an insight into what type of sisters are going to provide you the most, not provide you, are going to, provide you with the most difficulty of having a successful, happy marriage. That raha nafsiyya that I speak about so often, that peace of the soul. If a sister has this type of attitude, this way of speaking, and again, I know it's a voiceover, it's not the point. The point is she is connected, resonated with the message to the point where she's taken a video over it or about it. If a sister speaks this way, you can't tell me what to do. Boy, condescending, emasculating. I don't ramp with those sisters. Someone else can be a sucker for her, not me.
I love when guys call me a simp for putting my queen first. I get it. Your girl keeps tagging you in my videos. She's trying to tell you something, boy. So in case you're slow, she's saying that she deserves better.
Oh, God. That was skin-crawlingly cringy. I need a drink. Bismillah. I'm loyal to 4 women. Needed to remind myself. Alright, where do we start? This life of Sal, he's a successful businessman. Him and his wife have created a successful skincare range, I think it is. I think it's Far Sali or something along those lines. Big Instagram page, successful company. He's done well for himself. However, I keep getting sent his videos and they are really cringy. They are really cringy. So look, there's no harm. In fact, it's good to, treat your wife well, be good to her, serving her some cake and so on. But when you start putting this stuff on social media like this, bro, it starts to get into the realm of cringy simpy. I got one question for you. I haven't been on your wife's page, and I'm speaking to you, sir. I haven't been on her page. But one question. Does she do this for you? And by do this, I mean, does she take videos of her serving you? Of her simping over you? If she doesn't, you've got a problem. And you're creating a passion trap dynamic whereby you are starting to pedestalize her, put her on a pedestal. Now, I know men like to say, oh, but she's my queen. I want to treat her like a queen. I should put her on a pedestal. Understand something. You are insulting her hypergamous needs, tendencies. Hypergamy, which is what? A woman needs to feel like she's with a man better than herself. Period. Women want to feel like they are with a man superior to themselves. Stronger, more intelligent, taller, hopefully wealthier. That's hypergamy. She wants her superior. But when you pedestalize her like this, what you are telling her is, I'm lucky to have you more than you are lucky to have me. And that is an insult to her hypergamy. And it instantly gets her questioning. is this the best that I could do? Really? If he keeps telling me that he's lucky to have me, it's because I could have done better than him. That's the subliminal message you are sending her. Be careful. I'm not telling you to not be good to your wife. Be good to her. But the litmus test, billahi, I don't know the answer to this. I haven't been on his wife's page. I don't know. Does she take videos simping over him, for want of a better word? So, okay, let's say serving him, getting him a slice of cake. I know she was pregnant at that time and so on, but before she was pregnant and after she's given birth, are there videos of her serving him, making him food, treating him like a king? Are there those videos? Let me know in the comments. So as you can see, that's satire, right? By the way, a lot of people thought this was my wife. This is a prepubescent girl. Yeah, you think I put my wife on social media? This girl's not even, she wasn't even a woman at this time. So, al-muhim, this brother and his wife frequently take videos of her, there's no other way of defining it, emasculating him, mocking him, making him out to be a buffoon. That's the best way to put it. Basically, he's a buffoon. So let's watch this other video that they've made.
Hey babe, did you know that women speak 30,000 words a day on average and men speak 15,000 words a day?
What's it?
Because we have to repeat ourselves.
So again, another short video, condescending and emasculating him. But I don't feel sorry for him. Now, that first video I showed you, I tagged him actually. I tagged him and I said to him, brother, does your wife allow you to take videos whereby you are making her out to be the buffoon? You see, there is this trend whereby men feel the need, in order to make their wives look good or feel better about themselves, that they themselves have to lower themselves somehow. Somehow, by lowering myself and making less of myself, I will raise her status and I will make her look better or feel better. But never, never will you catch a woman dead making a video in reverse. Making a video, in reverse. And look, he sat down playing computer games. Basically, the image that is being projected here is men are little boys. This brother's 6'6" or 6'7". I don't know how old he is, but it's clearly somewhere in his mid to late 20s. You know, he's a grown ass man. And while she's looking after, so pay attention to what she's doing. She's folding the clothes away, right? She's being responsible. While she's being responsible, her irresponsible, immature boy husband who is sat down playing computer games exemplifies this example here, that women have to speak twice as much as men. Because why? Because he's playing games like a boy. That's the message that's being communicated. Gentlemen, stop allowing yourself to be emasculated, or to lessen yourself to make your wife feel better or look better. She doesn't respect you for it. Now, moving the situation away from these two, so that it's not a personal comment towards them. In general, if you continually do this over the course of a relationship where you are lessening yourself, making yourself out to be a buffoon, your wife will leave you. She will leave you. Do you want to know why? Because it is an affront, an offense to her hypergamy, which states that I need to be with someone better than me. I need to be with someone more intelligent than me. Someone stronger than me, someone who is a leader, who has better leadership qualities than me. It's not just about money. And when you lessen yourself like this, you subcommunicate to her that I am a hopeless, useless, childish buffoon. And their page is full of this crap. It's full of it. Absolutely full of it. Stop doing this, gentlemen. Stop it. Stop making yourself less to make your wife feel like more. No, she wants you to be more. She is happy that you are more, if you are more, that is. That's how it's meant to be.
You ain't even have me lying on your, you know that. Got me a bag for the brick, you know that. Control them so.
My wife sent me this, and how she titled it to me was, have a look at this video, Mahdi. her husband has more haya than her. Now I'll play the video back to you and you tell me why she said that.
You ain't even had man like I just know that. Got me a bag for the brick, you know that. Control them so. You ain't even had man like.
The whole time he's looking away. My guy's looking away. He probably feels a little bit embarrassed. I don't know. So we can only guess here, right? He looks like a practicing brother. He looks like a practicing brother for all intents and purposes. I don't know him. But he seems to be a little bit uncomfortable with this. He has more shyness and higher than her. Now, if you've read body language books, there is a lot to be said about when a couple are taking a photo together and the one who's looking into the camera and the one who's looking into the eyes of the other person. There's a lot to be said about that. And generally speaking, whichever couple is looking at the other person, at the other half, their other half, that's the one who's more in love with this one than that one, than the other way around. If this second person is looking into the camera. Now, this is all body language stuff, but if your partner, let's say you take a photo with your partner and it's going on for the gram, if she's not looking lovingly into your eyes like this, but rather she's looking into the camera, that's an indication that this is not about how much love she has for you, but she's taking this photo because she's putting herself out there in the world. She's putting herself out there online. Look what I've got. Look at my man. Not because she's proud of him per se, but because she feels it makes her look better, which is fine, But again, this is all nuance. Now, I don't want to go too much into the details of body language, and I'm no expert on body language myself either, but there's something to be said about the one who looks directly into the camera and the one who doesn't. Now, here, he's not looking at her. He's just simply looking away because he seems to have more higher than her. But the point is this, he's uncomfortable with it because, or so it seems, because it's going against his natural fitrah, which is, I have ghira for my wife, protective jealousy. I don't want my wife to be online. I don't want people to look at her beauty. And in the second shot, you can see the sister is wearing totally inappropriate clothing for anywhere. Never mind the gram or TikTok. For anywhere. Too tight. But somehow these women have been able to grow a pair of balls to the point where they're able to exert their masculinity over men. They've got balls. And the men can't say jack diddly. Because if they could, they would. And by the way, they can. They choose not to. They choose to allow themselves to be bossed around by their wives. And a woman, the moment she senses, the moment she smells that she can get away with something, she will push that envelope as far as it can go. I've said this before and I'll say it again. A woman will tolerate about as much as you expect her to. And she will get away with about as much as you allow her to.
People say you should be alone in your 20s. I never understood that until recently. I don't want to spend my 20s chasing temporary people or things. I'm the most permanent thing in my life. So I'm going to choose me.
So again, I've done a video about this sister on my Instagram in the past, and it was to do with, I don't remember, marriage or something or the other. But it's the same type of thing, her twirling around and taking videos and basically saying how she doesn't need to get married right now. Oh yeah, if you can't meet my elaborate criteria that I have with regards to mahar, then you can't marry me. What I've noticed with women in general, sisters or women, it doesn't matter, Muslim or otherwise, those who like to portray an image of happiness and contentment tend to be the most miserable. I'll say that again. Those who portray an image, an online image that is, of happiness and contentment tend to be the most miserable. So to compensate for their misery, they'll go out online to the world and tell the world how happy they are. Look, if you're happy, you don't feel the need to tell people that you're happy. Do you understand? That's the way it works. You only feel the need to prove something to someone when you have insecurities about that feeling yourself. And I would guess that this sister is quite unhappy at this moment. She wants to be married as part of her fitrah. But because she's struggling to find a husband, probably because she set the bar so high and that most men in her age bracket don't meet that bar naturally. So now she's resorting to the opposite. It's called the sour grape tactic. You know the story of the sour grapes? It goes like this. There was a fox. It's a fable, of course. There was a fox who saw a beautiful bunch of purple, juicy grapes. He walked backward, took a run up, jumped, missed it. He walked back further still, took another run up to jump and grab the grapes, missed it again. He ran back again, even further, took another run up, jumped, and missed it. Then he looked at the grapes and said, they were probably sour anyway. This is called the sour grape strategy. If I can't have something, I'm just going to say I never wanted it in the first place. That's exactly what it is. And I get hints of that through this sister right now. And if the sister ever happens to watch this video, I would say to her, sister, your 20s are your best years for marriage, for finding the best possible prospect, and for having children. Don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't throw away those years needlessly. Don't throw them away. Because once they go, they don't come back. And now you will be in competition with the younger girls. That's your competition. Don't throw them away. Because once it's gone, it's gone. And maybe you need to reassess what type of standards you're setting for the brothers in the age bracket that you're looking to marry. You look to me that you're in your mid-20s perhaps. I'll give you mid-20s. Hard to say for sure. Early to mid-20s. Ask yourself, am I asking too much from a brother who's at that same age, considering that a man who's in his early to mid-20s has next to nothing, which is normal. It takes time to build. Okay, you want a man who's established? Find a man in his 40s, because that's how long it takes. Regardless, don't throw away your 20s and don't pretend like you're happy, because we know you're not.
Society be like, ooh, you're 25 and not married? Well, hurry up before you get expired. Well, guess what?
Again, that's cute and everything. So the statement here is, women are not milk cartons. We do not have an expiry date. Okay, you're not a milk carton, but you do age like milk. Men age like wine, women age like milk. You're in your prime when you're young, but that doesn't last for long. And the older you get, the more sour the milk becomes. In this instance, the less desirable a woman becomes. And once again, go back to my original point that I made earlier. You would not feel the need to take a video like this if it wasn't true in the first, or if there wasn't elements of truth in it in the first place. Now, I'm not saying you're a sour, smelly milk carton once you're past 25. That's not what I'm saying. The point I am making, however, is that you are at your most desirable when you're between the ages of, let's call it 18 to 25. 18 to 25, that's when you're at your most desirable. It's a very short time frame. A very short time frame. Fertility, 90% of your eggs are dead by the age of 30. I've made a video about this in the past. 90% of your eggs are dead by the age of 30. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to waste. And this is all from the after effects of feminism bleeding into the Muslim community, infecting our Muslim sisters with these ideas. I have quoted that study by the bloody bank that I forget its name, and I've probably quoted 4 or 5 different banks now, but it was either JP Morgan and Chase or another bank, I can't remember now. I can't remember the name of the bank, but regardless, the study was projecting what percentage of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless by 2030. And they did a study, and based upon current trends, they found that by 2030, 45% of women in their prime working years, which is between the ages of 25 to 44, will be single and childless. Why did they conduct this study? Because banks want to know where to invest their money in the future. And if there is going to be an explosion of single, childless, prime working age women, then they need to start investing in cat food and boxed wine. That's the bottom line. It all comes down to money. An entire economy, my dear, is being prepared for your spinsterhood. Don't become a statistic.
نار نار سنفجرها برصاصنا نمحوها العار مهلا يا